Americans, why grind a 9 to 5 when you can babysit ghost children and pocket like $4 million in taxpayers' cash? Why? No kids, no crayons, no mess, just pure easy money. We are talking about empty buildings like the Quality Learning Center.
Leering Center. Leering. Get it right.
Yeah, they can't even spell, and they are babysitting. Locked doors, 0 toddlers tumbling around. But hey, they scored nearly $2 million this year alone for Minnesota Daycare's program.
Making it like a commercial to come open your own daycare center. Yeah, I see what you did there.
I'm a Minnesota Somalian. Of course I live in a big house funded by United States taxpayers.
I'm a Minnesota Somalian. Of course we have the most luxurious cars.
I'm Minnesota Somali. I'm champion border. Hi.
I'm a Minnesota Somalian. Of course I married my sister to come here.
I'm a Minnesota Somalian. Of course I tell the government I feed 3,000 kids for no reason. Did you get the bill yet?
Hey, of course I'm a Minnesota Somali. Of course we won in Minneapolis, nigga.
Hey, get the...
I'm a Minnesota Somalian. Of course I got 12 siblings. I don't even know half of their names.
I'm a Minnesota Somali. Of course Minnesota Somalia was promised us 3,000 years ago.
Hi, Trump. I'm back so much.
For every Somali that rides with me, there shall be American tax dollars in his pocket and an American girl in his bed.
Donald Trump is not going to do shit to me. ICE is not going to do nothing to me. Actually, I will invite them. The FBI is not going to do anything to me. Because I am not a weird, evil person like you. You are the evil demon. You are. Somalians are not. Somalians just did a financial fraud. That's it. Life moves on, bro. It's not that big deal. It's not that big deal. And guess what? They supported a lot of Americans with that money. You don't know what they help another American. They help Americans. You don't know what they do with that money. You're an evil demon. You want people to suffer, go to jail. You want people to go to Guantanamo Bay. You want people to be incarcerated. That's all. You evil demons, man. That perspective is long done. It's nobody's think like that no more.
How was life here in Minneapolis?
Alhamdulillah, mashallah, ya Allah.
This is Little Mogadishu, Minneapolis, the unofficial capital of the 100,000 plus Somalis that have made Minnesota their home, but not everyone wants them here.
The president says he doesn't want any Somalis living in the U.S. after a few dozen were implicated in a COVID relief fraud case.
Do you speak any English?
Somali.
French.
No English? This community speak English?
Yeah, why not? What I'm speaking now? Am I speaking for Greek?
Why are you so revved up right now?
That takes time. Somalis came here 30 years ago.
You think 30 years is not enough time to assimilate?
I do not agree with the simulation. I came from Virginia previously.
Why from Virginia to Minnesota?
Well, we have more Somali, more power, we have more political power. We can have better chances here.
Have you heard about the statewide welfare fraud? Estimated $1 billion plus.
I think that one is fair. Maybe the small portion is accurate. I don't think that's not the accurate description for the whole community.
78 people have been charged at this point. 77 of them are Somali. They set up these feeding centers all across the state, and we're getting payments out to these feeding centers, but kids aren't actually being fed.
How deep does this fraud rabbit hole go?
We're told it gets up potentially $8 billion here in the state. Really, that's picking the easy to get fruit. There's really no telling how deep it is.
We have autism centers around the state being fraudulently billed, made up autism cases. They don't actually have a diagnosis, but they're being charged for it.
Families with autistic children, with disabled children who aren't getting services because other families in the state are deciding to lie and say, oh, I have an autistic child, and they get a kickback. There isn't a hatred of Somalians or anything like that here. This is something that needs to come to an end. The Somali community here in Minnesota, they need to take some accountability and police themselves. This has to be tackled, and everybody needs to be part of that solution.
Welcome back to my channel. If you care about the truth, if you care about accountability and protecting taxpayers, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you never miss a video. Today we are talking about something that has lots of people fired up. Let me be very clear from the start. This video is not about attacking any race or religion or community. This is about alleged fraud, personal responsibility, and protecting public funds. If someone abuses the system, they should be held accountable, no matter who they are. Now, here's the issue. When people openly brag about beating the system, when they celebrate ripping off taxpayers' money, when they mock the very country funding their benefits, don't be shocked when the consequences hit. Because here's the truth: fraud isn't a flex, it's a crime. Hardworking Americans, black, white, Latinos, Asians, they wake up every morning, they pay their tax, they follow the rules. So when individuals allegedly exploit programs meant to help the vulnerable, people are going to speak up. And now, investigations, charges, programs shut down, funding frozen. Suddenly, the bragging has stopped. This is about immigration. It's not even about the background. It's about accountability. You cannot disrespect the system and then you cry foul when the system responds.
Somalis are hated everywhere. And I'm going to just say they're hated by losers, honestly. Because if you hate Somalis, you're literally a loser. Because how can you hate a people that are so creative, that are literally able to create magic from nothing, okay? To create excellence from being stepped on. Still we rise, still we shine. Somalis are the land of the rich, the land of poets, the land of the articulate. Somalis are entrepreneurs, they're creatives. The only people that hate us are the ones that cannot control us, because Somalis will not adapt. We do not adapt. That's true. That's true. We do not assimilate. We show respect to your culture, but we will not change ours. We show respect to your country, we will not forget ours. Wherever we go, we bring our culture, we bring our heritage, our religion. Somalis are Muslim, and that does not go with the world today. They want us to be very obedient. They want us to throw religion to, keep the religion in the mosques like they did to the churches. They want us to assimilate. The government should be our religion, our faith. Everything they say, we need to just accept it. Somalis are not like that, and that is why they hate us. And we know that. Somalis know that. So if you hate us as well, then we just look at you like you're very dumb. Actually, you're very dumb. We know why they hate us, because we have a backbone, because we have culture, because we have a personality, we have authenticity. That's why they hate us. And if they don't hate you, then you should be very worried. The way the world is moving today, if you're not hated, then you are the problem. And that's all I can say.
As a Somali American who lives in Minnesota, it's really disheartening to hear and to read comments about my community, to hear people write, "Go home." To those people, I want you to know that America is home. I have lived in America since I was 7 years old. So when you tell me to go home, I think, okay, do they want me to go to Minneapolis, where I first lived, or maybe to St. Paul, or Brooklyn Park? Again, we are your neighbors, we are your teachers, we are your principals, we are your lawyers, you can fill in the blank, we are Minnesotans.
So Somalis aren't just welfare queens in America, they're welfare queens all over the world. I want you to listen to some of these numbers. In Norway, 73% of Somali immigrants are on government aid. In Sweden, 64% of Somali immigrants do not have jobs or education. In Denmark, 69% of Somali immigrants are on public benefits. And in America, according to President Donald Trump, 88% of Somali immigrants in the United States of America right now rely on a welfare program. So the question is, not only why are we bringing in so many people that are just coming here and becoming dependents of the state? The other question is, why are we bringing so many people here that become left-wing activists, start talking crap about America, and then all of a sudden start scamming the local and federal government to enrich themselves? I can go story after story after story. There's a woman in Minnesota right now that's living in a $1 million house that was paid for by laundered government money, and the partner, her husband, who bought the house, his name is still on it, but he has fled somewhere else. They can't find him. We all know the feeding our children scandal that's going on in Minnesota right now, where they've literally stolen hundreds of billions of dollars from local and federal governments. So the question is, why are we importing so many people from Somalia into America?
Now, as somebody who used to live in Minnesota, I can tell you right now, Somalians are there for birthright citizenship. If you guys weren't aware, the Somalians have come to claim their birthright citizenship. Now, as you guys already know, the Trump administration has initiated their ICE raids in Minnesota, but the Somali Somalians are fighting back. Now, according to CBS News, where you can pause to read this, the Trump administration is attempting to have ICE raids in Minnesota and are checking the green card holders of Somalian residents who live there. And little does the Trump administration know that the mass majority of Somalians who live in Minnesota are U.S. citizens. And every year, sometime around this year, apparently they do their pilgrimage to the Target Center. And based off of the rhetoric of the Somalians across social media, they're stating that although the Trump administration has implemented these ICE raids, they are willing to work with him to do a two-state solution. I'm not entirely sure why Donald Trump thought that this was going to be easy pickings with Somalians in Minnesota. I'm not entirely sure why he thought that. But little does he know that being that Somalians, their birthright is Minnesota, they're going to fight to the very end for their land. Because isn't that what you're supposed to do when you're being hostily invaded? Like, correct me if I'm wrong.
Somalis are reclaiming their ancestral homeland of Minnesota, and it's making people mad. And while it's not inherently anti-Somaliitic to criticize Minnesota, we should recognize...
Yo, what is it recently with all these internet warriors getting so comfortable about chatting shit about Somalis? Like, generally, like, up to my face, I've never seen a guy say, yo, Somali, this. And the same guys in the comments, wallah, if you buck man in real life, you won't say this, bro. Like, I've seen it. Generally, I'll take your girl as well if you want to go there, because, like, man's looking at LinkedIn. But like I said, bro, half these guys that will be dissing Somalis, bro, you, man, don't even care about Somalis like that. You're just saying it for the net, or you're jumping on a trend. And true say, if you want to go there, what countries are you, man, from? Let's talk about your countries, yeah? Because, wallahi, there's a lot of guys chatting West, and I don't like it. There's hella internet warriors. Guys are getting jealous that these Minnesota guys done, the daycare scam. My nigga, if you're flipping families were that smart to do a daycare scam, go ahead and do it, bro. Or if you lot had the facilities to do it, go ahead and do it. No one's complaining. It's just you, man. You're bare jealous on that. I don't know if you lot seen a strong community and you got excited or you got jealous. You know what I'm saying? Should we say, bro, stick to yourself, innit? And like...
Nah, you know, who remembers back in the days when everyone used to hate on Somalis, man? We used to be called Abdis. We used to be called the loud people on the back of the bus. All sorts of names. Now, till this day, everyone wants to be Somali. Everyone wants to be Somali. Everyone wants to know our language, our culture, our people, our girls. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Anyway, I can't lie to you. Yeah? Me personally, like, I don't get it. Times changed, man. They used to say, would you date an Abdi? Nah, I wouldn't date an Abdi. Or Abdurrahman, shall I say, because it was not Abdi. Cool, look at us now, man. They would want us, man. Listen, we're just all over them, man. What can you say, man? We're businessmen, man. Can't lie to you, shout out to Fredo, man. I can say it. All these non-Somali rappers here, they'll mention Somali words in their music. You know how crazy that is? The influence we got onto them. Mad, alai?
Oh, and another thing. I'm fucking loving Black Americans showing the Somalis their whole ass, bruh. Oh, and don't pay attention to my nappy-headed, ashy ass. This is me. This is me, nigga. But the fact that Black Americans are letting these Somalis know we don't fuck with y'all like that. Oh yeah, we remember all the disrespectful shit y'all motherfuckers was on when y'all was up off of fraud. Yeah, talking about, oh, we ain't black, we Arabs. Now y'all calling black folks to come stand with you cause Arabs ain't fucking with you either. See, I don't get it, because y'all keep fucking saying shit like, oh, as a minority, after they get us, they coming for y'all. Who the fuck is y'all? And why the fuck y'all only need black folks when y'all in some shit, huh? Yeah, and this is going to whatever minority is in the spotlight right now. Every time y'all need some hood behavior or some hooligan behavior. See, this is the thing
Hey, what's up, y'all? What y'all doing? I wasn't gonna say nothing about this Somalia fraud stuff that's going over there in Minnesota, but they're getting beside themselves.
You know, like, the racists are actually just jealous of Somalis because of how successful we became in a matter of one generation.
Girl, ain't nobody jealous of y'all. I'm gonna be jealous of fraud. You're saying that we're jealous of you because you got rich in one generation? You know how that happens? From stealing from us. Yeah, because in Somalia, you can't steal from nobody because y'all don't got shit. And I'm gonna be jealous of somebody marrying their brother just to get them over here in America. Over here, that's called incest, okay? It's not legal. And that's nasty.
People are saying, how come Somalis have nice cars and we don't? We've been here, like, how many generations? We were born here. Our ancestors are from here.
See, I hate when people talking about coming over here and, oh, we got success. But did you have success in your own country? Why don't you go back to your country and be successful there? Oh, you can't. Donald Trump said it was a shithole.
They're jealous of our success because they expect us like to be at the bottom of the bottom.
You know what we expect when you bring your ass over here is to work hard, okay? Work your ass off instead of trying to get over on us, okay? That's something we don't like.
Right, and then we come here one generation, we work hard, we save our money.
You talking about working hard and saving. Yeah, you working less and saving fraud money. Yeah,
Somalis are not the only community that committed fraud, okay?
You're not smart, are you? Huh? Because you just confirmed that y'all do fraud. Damn, where's ICE when you need it?
Like when you're an immigrant group and you're black on top of that and you're African, they hate you to be successful.
Stop this shit with this damn race. I'm tired of the race shit, okay? What y'all thought y'all was gonna do is come over here and steal and take and think that nobody was gonna catch y'all ass. This don't have nothing to do with race, okay? So don't pull that shit. Just chop it up for what it is. Y'all got caught. Y'all gonna get deported.
Donald Trump, my English not good. One day you said Somalia, no government, no safety, no nothing. Let's talk about America. Oh yeah? Oh yeah, that was that. Let's talk about America when Charlie Craig was, everything was there. Police was there, but they didn't stop. Why? No check. America, no safety, no police, no nothing. Trump, okay? Because every day happen. Every day Somalia don't happen like that. Donald Trump, don't come after my country. Otherwise, every day I will keep coming to you, sending you voices. Because I see every day people, every day in America, Twitter, they post it. Don't make me come and send you a picture. The other day, Ukrainian girl. Please, leave us alone. We leave you alone. Okay? Don't come after my country. Thank you, Donald Trump. I mean, it's good.
Minnesota was not promised to us 3,000 years ago, guys. It was supposed to be Arizona. What are you guys doing? Let's take some nice. It's too cold.
Thank you for working so hard so I can be home all day, free. I can use my EBT. Go to work for me, white boy, white girl. Yeah, go to work for me. And the U.S. government they work for me. All of you work for me. Now go to work. Pay them taxes, take care of me and my people. All right? This is my land. I control this place. This is my reality. You all gonna be enchained. I'm gonna lock all you guys up if you don't pay your tax.
Detainers ignored, the illegals are set free into the community, and so ICE has to find them. The problem for these woke liberals is that when ICE does find them, they're arresting every illegal they find in their proximity. When they go into a home and arrest a criminal, a violent, somebody who's arrested that they have records of, illegal migrant, they're going to arrest every illegal migrant in that home. So the Minneapolis media can whine and complain all they want. They're the ones allowing this to happen. If those illegals on camera were kept detained by officials as requested by ICE, ironically, far less people would be getting deported right now. So they only have themselves to blame. But that's only because the legacy media, when all is said and done, they don't report news. They report narrative. Self at ground.news/Steve. My favorite feature is the blind spot feed because it shows you which stories are blowing up on one side of the aisle but barely mentioned on the other. It's the clearest way to see media bias in action. So, for example, here's a story the left is completely ignoring. It's about border czar Tom Homan confirming that DHS is actively investigating whether Representative Ilhan Omar committed immigration fraud by allegedly marrying her brother. So the left doesn't want to have to actually try to explain the inexplicable gaps and inconsistencies in Omar's documentation and public records. Now, of course, right-wing media ignores its share of stories too, but now you'll know. With every story, Ground News shows you the entire spectrum of who's reporting from left, right, and center, how reliable each source is, and who owns each outlet. It's literally everything the corporate media doesn't want you to see. And right now you can get 40% off the Vantage plan, which gives you unlimited access to all the features that I personally use for just $5 a month. Just visit ground.news/Steve, click the link in the description, or scan the QR code. That's ground.news/Steve. This is a lesson for every guest in our nation. Hospitality is not unconditional. When you see ICE operations ramping up, understand that this isn't random cruelty. It is the restoration of order. A country that tolerates open mockery of its own citizens is a country in terminal decline. A country that enforces its boundaries and demands respect is a country on the rise. And that's exactly what the latest polls are showing. According to those who want to actually increase immigration, 18%. It don't get a whole lot lower than that.
Trump has now fiercely cracked down on Somalis in Minnesota.
Call 911! Call 911! They're doing kidnapping!
After the massive Somali fraud scheme in Minnesota, Trump has decided to remove the temporary protected status of Somalians in the US. And now there is nothing holding his administration back from deporting the people that should not be here. People like these gangbangers and P3DOs. People like the Somalis that are threatening to unalive the mother of the 12-year-old girl that got SA'd by this man. America is tired of being used and abused by people manipulating our system to support the country they left. America is tired of people coming into our country and trying to turn it into the hell they ran away from. Now, the Somali problem is not just in Minnesota. This is a Somali Maine representative talking about using taxpayer money to send back to Somalia. These are Somalians raising a Somali flag in an elementary school in Vermont. This is a Somali running for office in Columbus, Ohio, where Ohio apparently has the second largest Somali population in the US. That was in Pennsylvania, where this Somalian man is claiming Pennsylvania's highest point as Somalian territory. Meanwhile, we have another man saying that Minnesota and the US is theirs.
Because of your tax dollar, I get to eat 5 times a day. Before, it was 80 cents. They used to send us back in Africa 80 cents. Now, I get this EBT card loaded each month with 400 to 500. The freeloader, your favorite freeloader. I'm enjoying myself. Enjoying this food. Taking vacation here. I'm in my free house provided for me by Enhan. So I'm enjoying myself. Please do not...
Y'all out there, the Somalians is talking reckless. Y'all is talking reckless, especially it's one Somalian. I don't even know if I should call him brother because they don't want to be identified. They're not like us. So whatever, it's a Somalian man or Somali American man talking directly to Trump saying, hey, Trump, you go first. You leave first. You think we leaving? We ain't going nowhere. You going first. Show us how you own this country. He is talking big and reckless. This is ours. He's saying we ain't going nowhere. If y'all think we going somewhere, y'all got another thing coming. Y'all haven't even witnessed the takeover. They saying, Trump, you witnessed a small part of the takeover, but you ain't witnessed the total degree of what the Somalians have came to do. I mean, they talking, listen, some people could learn some stuff about from them, about how arrogant they is about this country that they are taking over. Gosh, I'm just saying, this whole Somalian thing, I'm trying my best to not like get emotionally attached or invested into it, but it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. I'm gonna keep y'all posted because
Trump said, what about Somalians? Roll a clip.
What do the Somalians have to do with this Afghan guy who shot the national?
Nothing, but Somalians have caused a lot of trouble. They're ripping us off for a lot of money. There's a tremendous amount of money going back to Somalia. What the hell are we paying money to Somalia for? But they're ripping off our country at a level that few people have been able to see before. Mm-hmm. That's about the only thing. You talk about competence. We have Ilhan Omar, who does nothing but complain about our country and our Constitution. And she comes from a country with practically no country. It's devastated, it's crime-ridden, it's a mess, it's a disgrace. And we took their people at a tremendous... We're not taking their people anymore. We're not taking their people, and we're getting a lot of their people out because they're nothing but trouble. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Go ahead.
Mr. Mango Mussolini has officially become the old white man just start saying racist shit unprovoked. Hey, Grandpa, how was your Thanksgiving? The Picatinnies from Somalia, we shouldn't let them into the country. And that Ilhan Omar, I can't even enjoy this dry-ass turkey because that black monkey is here in Minneapolis. And why do we even give money to Somalia? Don't mind that picture, I'm in the hotel room, but how much money have we given to Somalia compared to Israel? But the United States helped destroy modern Somalia through a whole bunch of different military interventions. Don't tell nobody, though. Back for the people in the back. The 1993 Black Hawk Down, that famous shit, that comes from Somalia. And that's a U.S. failed operation. Look it up. This man is the king of deflection. Instead of answering the questions that he's linked to about this Afghani person that came in and knocked down these old National Guards, he want to talk about Somalians and Ilhan Omar. Now imagine, them was one of your peoples and you in the National Guard and you're mourning them and you hope the president gonna say something meaningful about how much they contributed to the National Guard and to this old country's defense. And all he did was talk shit about Somalians and Ilhan Omar. I could be wrong, but I don't have confidence that Trump can even locate Somalia on the map. I think he just be talking, he just be yapping, he just be blabbering. This man can talk shit about the entirety of Somalia and Somalians, but you better.
So if you have 1 minute, I'd like for you to check out this video.
Most of the people that we meet, especially African Americans, they don't even know their fathers. They don't even know their fathers. It was all of them, most of them were the product of one night stand. One night stand. They will tell you, I don't know my father. Well, who named you? Whose name are you carrying? Well, my mother chose his name for me. You know, I don't know. Is that what we want for our ummah? No.
So I want to say this with as much clarity as I can possibly say it. I don't believe that every Somali imam thinks this way, but this gives an indication that there are people who we have allied with, who we have supported, who we have taken on as brethren, because were it not for the African American experience, these people would not be able to do any of the things that they're doing. But we have to realize that some people are not our friend. There's a saying in the Black community, not all skin folks is kinfolk. So my decision is, if you came in during this time, I'm rocking with people who came in who have a heritage of experience in the Black community, specifically foundational Black Americans. Until you prove to me that you are an ally of mine, I'm not rocking with you.
Fucking Somali shit.
I'm Somali, but
Talk to me like that.
No, watch this though, gang. You don't. Do you have this though? Do you have this? Do you have this? His man doesn't have this money.
My biggest fear in life is that this man may never witness our full takeover. Yes, he may never witness that. He already witnessed our partial takeover, our little success in America. And he is the reason, actually, I know that the community in America is thriving. He is how I know. It's like, he's how we measure our progress. If he doesn't tweet, somebody messed up. I know it. Somebody fucked up the plan. If he tweet, I know. I know. We're doing the right things. Yes. That's how I know. So, he's old and sick, I know. He may not witness our full takeover, but I promise you that his sons will witness. Just like him, we came to exist in this country. See? The land of free men, the land of opportunities. And we're here. Yes. And we're not leaving, actually. We're not going back. What do you mean go back? You should go back first. You see, if you come fast, you go fast. See? Just like you. Tell me how you own this land. Explain to the world how this land became your land.
Tell the world.
Why is the Somali community under so much heat right now? Like, did I miss something? Hello? Gaalada oo haarka iska dhaqi waysa anaga ay manacaynayaan. Anaga? Why problem? This is all low-key red Minnesota. Why is that not anyway? Why would you get caught? You scammed the government, cool. Why? Why? Oh my god, the F that don't get that period. All now the Galas are turning on us and they're questioning the legitimacy of all Somali businesses. Now this is horrible PR for us, but it's first of all, Galam had it on. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when we do it. Fuck. Red Minnesota, I'm really disappointed and I'm really sad and I'm really disgusted in what you guys did. Like that durten, I didn't eat shaky. I didn't know what I'm eating. I didn't joke high. Spelling mistakes more high.
But most of us are afraid we're about to lose our home. Not because we're going to get kicked out, because again, most of us are American citizens, but because when we look at America, we're seeing it slowly dismantle into something that is not recognizable, that America is losing its Americanness, right? Not in the same way that MAGA says it. No. But because like, it is just slowly becoming something that we don't recognize it to be America, right?
So that video is simultaneously enraging and hilarious. That is Nadia Mohammed. She is the youngest Muslim mayor in the country. She's born in Somalia and she is the mayor of St. Louis Park, Minnesota. I mean, I get it. Her version of American is people like me not saying a damn thing as Islam takes over our cities. People who are related to founding fathers, people whose families helped found this country, people whose families have fought in every war. And we've been trained to think if you say that, you're the bad guy. You're the racist. You're the nationalist. Not, hey, you know what? It's a normal level of concern to wonder why the Council on American Islamic Relations in Minnesota and their state AG, who also happens to be a Muslim, Keith Ellison, seem to be in on this storming of the church. Why that group organized a mob just the day before that to attack Somali fraud protesters. A normal level of concern to wonder why there's so much Somali fraud. And I'm not even trying to be mean. Somebody told this woman and her family that this is the land of opportunity when they got here. They didn't tell them that if you commit massive amounts of fraud in your community, that eventually there's going to be some blowback from the rest of the citizens of the country. So yeah, Nadia Mohammed, mayor of an entire city in my country. Things may seem a little less welcoming these days, but maybe you guys should start leering exactly why that is. Again, I'm not even trying to sound mean, but I don't exactly go around Mogadishu telling them that they're losing their Somaliness. You
cannot function without a translator. This is Little Mogadishu, Minneapolis.
Did y'all know there was such a place? Little Mogadishu? Never heard of such a place. It's obviously way better than the original Mogadishu.
Being Somali out here for me is like survival every day.
How large is the Somali community here in Minneapolis?
Oh, too much.
They just came here and took over. Do most people have a job and work here?
No.
No.
Nope. Oh.
Speaking Somali?
Yeah. I think that's just how they talk.
Some of them not speak English?
Don't speak English at all. Yesterday I tried to ask one of them a question and she didn't speak English.
I've got on Duolingo trying to learn a little bit of Somali. People have told me like,
why? Last I checked, we live in America. Our language here is English. Why are you bending to these people? No, they have to assimilate to us. They have to assimilate to our way of life. That is the problem right there.
Why would you feel like you need to learn another language when you're in America? And it's like, because there's a lot of people who speak a lot of languages in America.
You don't think there are any problems with not being able to read, like, traffic directions?
I do not agree with the assimilation. Let them have their own language.
You know, this isn't a thing about race. It's a thing about assimilation, and you have to actually assimilate so you can actually become an American and be a part of our culture. Legal immigration, fine, let's have more of it. Let's just do it properly, and we can actually have a flourishing American culture going forward.
I mean, think about this, man. These folks, they come over here, they don't assimilate, they're on the government dole. When it comes to Somalis, they think the number said, they said it was like 81% or 84%, somewhere in that range. A little less than 85% of these people are on the government.
Hey, got this Somali right here. Rashid Adu from Feed Our Children, fraud case, $300 million. I remember this news clip.
The 78th person is charged in the $300 million Feeding Our Future fraud case, just 1 week after number 77. Abdi Rashid Dul of Pelican Rapids claimed to serve 6,000 meals to children every day, 7 days a week. That number is twice the entire population, kids and adults, of Pelican Rapids in northwest Minnesota. He also claimed to run a food site in Moorhead. All told, prosecutors say he stole $1.1 million which he used to buy real estate. I'm Lou Ragoose. Follow for more news.
Oh! Oh, this what the governor and the man protecting? A bunch of criminals? Oh, man, these Somalis running scam after scam, feeding our future. That's a big scam. Thank you, Donald Trump. Thank you for busting this case open. He's like the 78th person. You can imagine when the case is finished, it's going to be like hundreds. Got him!
At the end of the day, this should be a wake-up call. America is generous, but generosity is not weakness. Social programs exist to help families, children and struggling communities, not to be manipulated for personal gain. It doesn't work that way. When fraud happens, it hurts the very people who actually need this help. And here's the bigger picture. When a few individuals exploit the system, the entire community faces backlash. And that's not fair because this is the reality. That's why accountability matters. If you come to a country, respect their laws. If you receive benefits, follow the rules. If you break them, you expect consequences as well. It's that simple. There are no excuses, there are no favoritisms, there are no double standards. Justice should be blind and firm. If you believe in accountability over excuses, hit the like button. Subscribe for more real conversations and drop your thoughts in the comments respectfully. Until I see you again in my next video. Bye.